Happy Sunday to y'all. Happy Sunday to y'all, man. I got a little time today. I got a little downtime. Had a little issues at work, but God put this on my heart, man, and I just want to share this with y'all, man. It's a real battle against these evil entities of the world. Like, I've had a lot of success in the last couple of months. That's great, and blessings pouring out in abundance, but it wasn't overnight. I noticed what had to happen for God to release those blessings to me, which the whole time I was predestined to get that. God already had those things for me, but because I wasn't living in his word and I wasn't disciplined and following him and seeking him, he withheld those things from me. And when I finally seeked him and let go of all these weaknesses of the world, I was able to get my happiness and my blessings. Now, I'm going to share what happened and what I noticed. As long as I was under the control of these demonic entities, as in weakness of the flesh and fornicating, having sexual encounters with different individuals, women, and watching porn, and just doing everything that the flesh desires. Because see, the flesh has to be entertained. The flesh loves entertainment. That's why we don't fight with flesh. That's why we don't, you know what I'm saying, it's just your vessel, but you fight against that. And it's within your soul and your character as a person. That's why you stay close to God. But when I was doing all this fornicating and sleeping around and manipulating and lying, those were all demonic entities, man. Those were all demonic entities that was within me and myself. And once I stopped that, which was a hard thing to do, because those demonic entities that you enjoy doing is like a drug. You crave it. And anytime you try to do right in life, and anytime you try to get close to God, and anytime you try to be a good person, those entities arrive. They tell you, you need this, go get this, go do this. You know, and I had to pray those entities out of my body, man, but it was a struggle, but I did it. But what I noticed now, walking into my light, trying to have a relationship, if that other person has those demons that I once had, because of my light, those demons make the other person almost like rebel from you, you know. It makes them believe that you are a bad person. It makes them believe that you're doing them something bad, or you're going to betray them, or you're going to hurt them, or you're going to harm them. And it sparks these lights because that person is not close to God. You know what I'm saying? My light is a intimidation to their demons. And those demons know your weaknesses. They know them. There are many demons that in this world, man, that's attached to certain things. Like I said, it's attached to sex. It's attached to envy. It's attached to jealousy. It's attached to pornography. It's attached to a lying spirit. It's attached to deception. It's attached to a lot of things, man. And all these are demonic entities. It don't have nothing to do with the person. It's the demonic entities that are controlling the person. And I was being controlled by those demonic entities. That's why God couldn't bless me. And it's hard walking in the God's light alone. Because the things that we cannot see, we question. And I wasn't understanding why, okay, God, I'm believing in you and I'm trusting you, but I'm not seeing anything. Because I wasn't seeking God. I was seeking benefits. I was seeking blessings that what God can give me, instead of looking at God and seeking him myself for who he is, for who he are, for what he brings and what he sacrificed, you know. So I had to learn to just stay still and be patient. And I had a talk with one of my guy friends, man. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he want to be put out like that. But I had a talk with one of my guy friends. He's helped me through situations, and I helped him through situations. You know, see all this noise? This ain't nothing but the devil, man. But we're gonna keep going. He's helped me through situations, and I've helped him as well. And he kind of validated that on last night. And he told me, Brandon, the things that we go through in life, man, we just got to let go and let God. We have to understand what season that we're in, and some things that you may see and things that may happen might not be understanding to you. But if you have that relationship with God, God has what he has in your best interest. You might not understand it, but he does. And he's setting you up down the line to either make it better for you down the line or to restore it. Because God is a God of reconciliation and restoration. Everything is possible through God. God can patch up anything: family problems, relationship problems, marriage problems, childhood trauma problems. God can fix all that, but you have to seek him in the proper way. And I agree with him. And I also knew that from my own knowledge of seeking God, and I'm not preaching to you, I'm just giving my experience and giving this testimony that God put this on my heart. Now let him use me as a vessel. I could not follow God while doing evil work. I couldn't get up and go to church every morning. I couldn't get on my knees and pray for things that I wasn't willing to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? I can't fall on my knees and say, God, give me this or bring me this, if I'm not manifesting that myself with my actions, if that makes sense. I couldn't ask God for a wife if I'm still sleeping around with different women. I couldn't ask God for a good relationship or a good family if I'm still hurting other women. You know what I'm saying? And I had to understand that. I also had to understand everybody's not on your level and on your intelligence level of spiritual intelligence. So sometimes where you at in life, you're not equally yoked, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's not that one person is worse or bad off than the other. It's just y'all are different levels in your life at the time. And I had to understand that. But now, I'm focused more on God. And now that I focus more on God, my blessings are starting to come through. And I'm starting to appreciate it. And I'm starting to have more patience. And I'm starting to have more value. And I'm starting to see things clearly with more discernment. And I'm just telling you what works for me, man. Even though it may seem bad, even though things may not go on your way, continue to trust and believe in God. But you have to follow him wholeheartedly. You can't halfway do it. If you're not going to go all the way, don't go at all. You cannot straddle the fence. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. If you're going to love him and seek him, you got to love him and seek him. You have to either do the devil work or you got to do God's work. You have to choose which one you want to do. And of course, the devil's work is going to be a lot more easier, less resistant, and more fun. Because the flesh is telling you, feed me. Those demons needs to be fed. So you have to do things. That's why sometimes when you do things, you sit back and you be remorseful about them and you regret it. Because that devil now sitting back laughing at you like, I got you again. He know your weaknesses. And he has attached each and every demon to your weakness. Find somebody you can hold on to that has that light. Find somebody that you can talk to and that can mentor you and to help you get you through those troubled times. Because you cannot fight this alone. If you think that you can get through them struggles and pain alone, you are mistaken. You cannot. Because you're not fighting man. You're fighting a demonic entity that has been around for billions of years. These demonic entities know everything. They very strategic. They don't die. They just learn and learn and learn and learn. They've been around. You only been around for however old you are. These things been around for billions of years, millions of years, thousands of years. They are light years ahead of you. So you thinking you can beat this trauma and beat this heartache and this pain alone without God, and you seeking God wholeheartedly, you got another thing coming. But I love y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed. I pray for everybody that's listening to this and has heard this. I hope that God come into your life and give you peace. I hope God come into your life and release those demons from you. I hope God come into your life and really, really show you the love that he has for you. He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you. Give him 100% of you Stop playing with him. If not, you're going to keep going through these trials and tribulations all of your life. I'm gone.